If you don't face it today, you might not be able to face it tomorrow. So let's just buckle up and face it with Joe, where real people share genuine social and relationship concerns.
Face it with Joe. Put your face.
She said, I'm 40. Today we're talking about, should I get pregnant 40 and still single? I've come across many single women who would give an arm and a leg to settle down and have children. Many in the society have been put under so much pressure and can't take it anymore. You see, in the journey of life, time is indeed not anyone's friend. When you think you can lean on time's shoulder for support, you'll suddenly realize it can't comfort you or wait for you till you're ready to move. As a young lady, I'm sure you already had your life mapped out. You finish school at about 20, you get a job at 21, work till you're about 26, then you get married before you're 30. Yay! Then guess what? The life you mapped out never worked in reality. If a young woman wanted to marry at the age of 20, the likelihood is that family and friends will frown and tell you to erase it from your mind for now. And then you get to 25 and the questions start. Why haven't you got a boyfriend yet? Your mates are getting married. Janet had her first baby last week. And your fertility eggs are reducing, no? So traditionally, you only have 8 years to marry and have a baby, or else. In December 2011, the US Today reported approximately 13.7 million, I said million, single parents in America. And those parents were responsible for raising 22 million children. And this number represented approximately 26% of children under the age of 21. However, according to the actual USA data, it's an assumption that most single moms are young or underage. But incidentally, 37.2% of custodial single mothers are 40 years old and above. 57.2% of custodial mothers are raising one child from the absent father, which includes single, separated, divorced, and widowed mothers, which is over 50% of the entire country. In Nigeria, it's said that 35% of all children are from single-parent families. However, without seeing the physical data and statistics, I will not be able to hold that information as fact. The stigmatization of being a senior single lady here in Nigeria, for example, bears several pains from family and the society as a whole. They exert so much pressure on the ladies when their marriage doesn't come on time. By the way, on time means between 23 and 29. Marriage in Nigeria is seen as something that gives you respect in the society. At times, the female child is led to believe she is born only for marriage. In 2015, the Agency Report of Nigeria estimated an alarming 6 million girls were married off by the age of 15 years. And once menstrual periods started, childbearing followed. Culture has played a huge part when it comes to marriage. But when it's not forthcoming as planned or as early as society expects, is that the time to resort to becoming a single mother? When a woman is growing older without suitors approaching her, she might begin to feel she's not good enough, and this may affect her self-esteem. In addition to this, it feels like there's no time, hence she might just give in to anything and anyone that comes her way. At this stage, that's when women begin to contemplate whether to just get pregnant for anybody willing to sleep with them.
Let's face it with Joe. Put your face.
Training sessions are available with Joe on relationship, professional and social etiquette, including elocution and diction. For corporate organization or personal teaching, send a mail to the email address displayed on the screen now. And don't forget to tap subscribe to Let's Face It with Joe on the YouTube page.
Put your faith.
Some will argue that the ladies brought it upon themselves since their standard in search for a man in their younger days was far too high. They needed a man to meet their values, while some had several heartbreaks and began to quit on relationships. The truth is, you can't have it all in one package. But there's also a saying that all the good ones are already taken. Hence, most mature singles end up having a baby or babies for married men. Let's hear what people had to say. We'll be right back.
Put your faith together.
Being 40 and single, it's a time to be patient, work on yourself, trust God for His blessing. There are so many things that you can do for yourself at the moment. I know that what is going on around us in the country is not helping situation, but you can, by your own self, sit down and put pen in paper and write out plan how you want your life to be. It is not a reason to have children outside wedlock. You can even adopt. Go to motherless baby and adopt children. Maybe later they will look more like you. As time goes on, you will have your own children.
Put your faith.
Welcome back. I read somewhere last week where a lawyer and CEO, Mrs. Ebele Iwenofo Iyebu, said, "Morally, I don't believe it is right for a woman to go out of her way to have a child outside marriage. You don't expect society not to frown. If age is against you, go and adopt." That's what she said, not me. Let me share something I came across with you. Finding a husband is hard. If you find a handsome one, the brain is empty. If you find a brilliant one, he looks too serious. You find a rich one, he's too disrespectful. You find a hard-working one, he never has time for you. You find a serious one, his ex keeps calling him. You find a fit one, he's broke. You find a responsible one, he's not romantic. You find an educated one, he feels he's always right. You find an illiterate and he's always getting angry when you try to correct him. You find a smart one and he tells lies all the time. So, is there really a Mr. Right out there? Marriage is two imperfect people coming together to make it work. After all, you're not perfect either. Well, having a baby to console yourself will make you happy. True happiness comes from within. You have to be happy with yourself, no matter the situation, before you can take on excess baggage. Remember, delay is not denial. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade or a face mask to make you more beautiful. That's all for today. I hope you learned something. To all those senior single ladies out there, don't give up and don't be too choosy. Thanks for watching. We'll be looking at a very interesting topic next week. And remember, don't hide it. Let's face it together with Joe. Stay blessed.